Hey, welcome everyone. Tom here from Park Avenue Trading, all you Forex trading aficionados. It is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. 7:23 in the morning, November 15th, 2024. And I'm going to do an all-in-one video where I'm going to do all the currencies, but I'll go through them relatively expediently, but you'll get the most important points. US dollar yen, starting with US dollar yen. There is a support point in dollar yen at 155.12. Okay, so I'm going to put a line there, 155.12. The most important support point that we have on the day, that's close enough, is that 154.70 level. That's a pretty important level. I would expect that dollar yen would hold that level and consolidate if it does drop down there once more. Right now we got a low 155.20, and based off of the 12 level, I would think that we need to get through 155.73 to show some strength today. Again, right now we could be in consolidation. I'm really shocked that this level that we had yesterday held so well, 156.80, and we dropped down 100 and say 50, 60 points off of that, which is okay. It's just, it's a natural reaction down. The market does that. It's just it was kind of healthy for it to kind of recalibrate itself. But in order for it to show any type of strength today to start moving back up, we need to get through 155.73. If we can't, we're probably going to find a consolidation between like this 70 level and this 54.70 level. Now, if it breaks 154.70, I'd be a little bit concerned. Not that it's going to fall completely out of bed and start going into a major downtrend, although it could do that. But I don't really see that happening. What I see more of happening is consolidation for a while, and then to continue the uptrend towards the 161 high that we had. Now, that's been the high on the year, so we're approaching the end of the year. Is dollar yen going to be able to do that again? I don't know. That's a good question. We're not really that far away from it. We're only like what, 5 big figures, 6 big figures away, so that could possibly happen. But for today, just keep your eye on 155.73. If it gets to 155.73, it's showing strength towards the 156.26 again. So not that far away, but I would think it would really open its way up to the, say, I would think once we break this, we're gonna trade up to 156, like 60, 70, maybe even possibly this. Now, if we get through this, top of 156.80. Okay, the next level of resistance is 157.28. Let's take it one step at a time. Let's get through 155.73 first to see if the marketplace is going to continue its bullish run. Right now, I would say market sentiment is still bullish, but to neutral. I don't really know. Technically, I know that it was a good flush out, but I'm still thinking that we could flush down to the 155 figure level first before we get through 70. So I'm really cautious right now. All right, let's move on over to good old sterling dollar. Here's an interesting currency, and it's really been in one big rectangle. Yesterday, it could not get above 127.25. That's a pretty important point for it to basically just get over right now to show some type of strength. Really, let me see what we've gone down to. Yeah, we got to get over like 127.35 really to show any type of life in this thing, or it's just basically still tracking down. There's a really important point at 125.80. Really, it's got to hold above 126.15. It still has to hold this level. If it can't hold this level, it's tracking down to 125.80. If it breaks 125.80, it's opening up to 125, say 20. So really right now, there's nothing to report other than the fact that sterling's got to get over 127, say 30, in order to show any type of strength going towards 128, the figure. So that's, this is, unfortunately, there's not much oomph behind sterling. There's no real enthusiasm yet. I'm going to do a separate video. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cover euro dollar. I haven't covered euro dollar forever. So I am going to do euro dollar analysis. Wow. Okay, here we go. Euro dollar. Woo! Damn. Okay, euro dollar. The most important point in this thing is, hang on a second. Euro dollar. Oh my gosh. 104.40. 104.40 is the crux to this thing. It's the most important level right now, short term, that we got. 104.40. We traveled down to what, 105, the figure, 104.95 ish. For today, okay, in order to continue showing strength in euro dollar, it's got to hold above 105.40 right now. Okay, now it's played around with it because it's very similar to sterling dollar in the fact that it doesn't really have any type of enthusiasm behind it. I'm not believing the hype right now. I don't think that the Continentals are going to really turn at this point. I think that they're in a big rectangular trading range in the euro dollars between like one, if I'm gonna, since I'm doing really quick analysis, I'd go I don't know, 107.60 to 104.50 or 104.40, something like that, big rectangle. So right now on the day, euro dollar has to hold above 105.40. If it doesn't hold above 105.40, it's most likely drifting back down towards the 105, the figure level. Like if we look at this is a 1 hour chart, right? So the low bars close. Since the low bars close is an up close, I would go to this low bars close right here, and let me put a big old rectangle around it. Right there, that low bar's close is more important than the next bar. So hang on a second here. This low bar's close is 105.10, 105.09. That's the important point. If it breaks 105.09, then it's going to try to attack this low of 104.95. If it breaks that, it's going down to the main support of 104.41. If that goes, then we're looking at it opening its way back up to the 10, like overall 102s, levels. But there will be in between points. I just don't have them worked out right now because I just did this on the fly. So there's euro dollar. Woo! So today, 105.40, it needs to hold that level. If it breaks that level, it's drifting back down lower. Just watch the velocity. Watch dollar yen. If dollar yen starts picking up where it's going higher, therefore, the euro dollar may have a lot more pressure on it to push it down. But it all depends on what they're going to do with the cross. And we're going to go over the euro yen cross, obviously. So let's move on over to sterling dollar. All right. No, sterling dollar. Sorry, we did sterling dollar. Got to go over to sterling yen. Sterling yen. Okay. We had resistance at 198.59, and it went up to 198.45 very nicely. It crunched back down, and we made a low of what, 190. 196. Really? We went that low? I didn't think we went that low today. Okay, 196. Where's my sterling yen? Okie dokie. 196.47. Holy smokes. Okay. All right, so it's got to get over 196, right? Okay, let's get rid of this one because this one's kind of confusing me. This is from the day before, so let's get rid of that. All right, so here we are right now. Let's get rid of that one. Was an important level. 197. 197. Woo. Let's move this down. $196.33. 34. That's close enough. It's got to get over 197.33 in order to basically show strength again. And there's resistance at 197.89, and the 198.59 is still good. If it can't get over this, it's heading back down towards the 196.20's main support and 195.85 support. Now, if 195.85 goes, we got 195.36 behind it. I don't know if I have that. 195, say 30. 195. That's close enough. That's the support right there. So, I really don't, this is basically neutral to bearish. It's been that way. The recovery up was a little bit, it gave a little bit of, I guess, lightness to the cross, whereas basically it's a little bit of buoyancy. But by being smacked back down, a little suspect. So today, the 197.34 is the level it needs to get over in order to show strength. There is a minor support level right here at 197.10. Okay, I'm going to put it there. I'm just noticing on my volatility sheets, 197. That's fine. 197.09. So this is basically like a warning level, okay? It could basically do this. All right, so if it comes down through this level, it could track back down. You're going to be looking for what's going on in this area right here, okay? So sterling yen could come down. Basically, it could maybe play with the lows, okay? Then if it comes back up through the, say, the 15 level, then you're showing some strength instead of the 30. Then the 30 is a confirmation of more strength to the 197.83. If this bottom goes, it's going to be testing the 197.20. Now, if it all depends. If dollar yen rallies, okay, and sterling dollar stays pinned, then the cross is naturally going to move higher. All right, so there's our sterling yen for the day. Let's go over to euro yen. All right, euro yen. Really yesterday went a little bit further than I thought it was going to go. I mean, I had resistance at 84. Obviously, it went up to 165.05. Okay. So shoot me for the 25 pips or so, or 20 pips. So let's look at this here. 165. 65. Okay. It's unbelievable. Okay, hang on a second here. The important pivot point on the day is 164.30. It's right there, man. That's the important pivot point right now on the day. It did break through it, but it did not go back down to the 83 level. It showed some strength. It needs basically to stay above this level. It's everything is kind of funky. Needs to stay above this level right here, in here, in order to show any strength to get through 164.83 and get through the high of 165.05. If it can do that, then it's tracking back towards 165.80. And 166.35 after that. I won't even put that up because we got to get through. You could write it down, but it's 166, say 36, 166.40. If it breaks down through this low, okay, we're going to be attacked on 163.80. That's the important point right now. And behind that is a main support at 163.20. Now, it bounced off of this, I believe, twice already. So it's, the old law was like it could hold 3 times, but on the 4th time, it's going to break and go lower. But, that's the old market law, or market principle. It's not really a law. It's a principle. But we do have support. I'm going to get rid of this one. 163.44 is better level based off of this market structure right now. So what's the sentiment? The sentiment is kind of neutral to slightly bearish, exactly like sterling yen. And it's all depending on velocity of dollar yen, just like in sterling yen. Dollar yen velocity picks up and the pressure on the continentals aren't that strong, then the crosses are going to slowly stay the same or slowly creep up. Now, if the continentals decide to take off, whereas like say euro dollar rockets through 106.30 and sterling dollar rockets through 127.30 and dollar yen is staying basically at 155.60, well, then the crosses are moving much higher, much faster, right? So, but that's what we got for today. I hope that helps. Please, if you like what you see, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up. Share my videos far and wide because I want to build a big trading community. And I'll be looking forward to seeing you on the weekend where we do the weekly analysis update. And I'll be doing some evergreen educational videos that people from all ages and all groups from many years from now to come by and learn something from the Forex price predictor. Remember always, enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.